Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey. Good evening. Yes. Listen, I'm diving in on tonight. I am ready to go. Listen, welcome to the Vitamin M Show. But I want to get started on tonight because I want to talk to you about the 3 G's. The 3 G's. Sterling, what do you mean, the 3 G's? I want to talk about the 3 G's, not the OGs, but the 3 G's. What are the 3 G's? Grit, grace, and gratitude. The 3 G's. Grit, grace, and gratitude. Grit, grace, and gratitude. Listen, let me tell you something. So when I in my office, there used to be a plaque that would hang above my door as a reminder that in any interaction that I was having, no matter what that interaction was, I needed to invoke the 3 G's: grit, grace, and gratitude. One of them needed to always be in play when I was dealing with a situation, and it stays in the back of my mind to this day. What do I need to do? Do I need to put in and kick in with my grit? Do I need to show up with the grace? Or do I need to remind myself of the things that I am grateful for my gratitude? And so it would be a reminder when I would exit, and even when I was sitting at my desk, I could look up and I could see it as a reminder to myself what I needed to do. It always gave me an opportunity to do what? To check my attitude, to check my disposition, to check my spirit. I was always able to remember those 3 G's. I either showed up with grit, grace, or gratitude. I think we all can use a little more grit, grace, or gratitude in our lives. Now, listen, if we want to dive in, let's talk about grit. What is grit? We hear the word all the time. We hear it out in the world a lot. Show up with your grit. Get gritty. The grittier you are, the better off you are. But grit is having passion and perseverance over a long period of time. It means that I am maintaining effort and interest in something over a long period of time, despite failures, setbacks, and challenges. Despite failures, setbacks, and challenges. That's why I like to say the grittier you are, the better off you are, because I am showing up with my passion and my perseverance over a long period of time, meaning that I know that this thing is not going to be a quick turnaround. But I know that I'm making progress because I am in for the fight. I am in for the long haul. I did not get married to be divorced 2 hours later. I'm in for the long haul. I'm showing up. I'm showing my grit. I'm showing up because I know even when I enroll in college, I'm not going to enroll today and graduate tomorrow. The biggest indicator of success are those that have not how smart you are, listen, it's not about your intelligence level, but it's about, do you have grit? Do you exhibit high levels of grit? Do you have the passion for what you are going? Because if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to stay with it. You need to love it. You need to enjoy it. If you don't have the passion and enjoy what you're doing, you're not going to stick with it. You're going to give up very easily. And then there is this little thing that's perseverance. You've got to show up even when life is even when life is just life and it's like, I don't think that it's going to work out. But you have to know that if I keep showing up consistency after consistency and consistently and consistently and consistently, if I keep knocking, the door shall be open. If I keep knocking, somebody's going to give me the opportunity. I just have to stick with it. I just have to stay in the game and not give up. See, You need to get gritty. You got to dig your heels in. And it's not to dig your heels in to a point that I'm just trying to go against somebody and I just don't want to hear their perspective at all. But it's to dig my heels in because I know that this thing is going to work out and I'm going to keep showing up and I'm going to keep showing up and I'm going to keep showing up because see, grit provides us the mental toughness to navigate and overcome the challenges and the setbacks. Because when I have a setback, I know that the setback did not come to knock me out, but it came for me to learn something. So I have to continue to show. It gives me that mental toughness that I need to navigate through the situation. How do I problem solve out of this? See, the grit allows me to problem solve. It says, figure it out. It's going to work out. You just have to figure it out. You just have to stick with it long enough for the answer to come, because the answer will come. You just cannot quit in the process. You have to know that you have to keep fighting in spite of the way that the situation looks. Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, it looks like because you knock on this door and you meet with somebody and they say no. And you send this email and they say no. And you send the next email and they say no. And you done sent 20 emails and every email that you have sent, they have all said no. But what happens when the 21st person says yes, but you gave up? See, with grit, I have that mental toughness to keep going in spite of, no matter what. I'm going to go anyway because I'm going to dig my heels in during hard times because I know that it's going to work out. I'm going to listen, learn from it, and keep going. I'm going to listen, learn, and keep going. I'm going to listen, learn, and keep going. Listen, learn, and keep going. Listen, learn, and keep going. Listen to what people have to say. You might need it. It may help you get to the next level. Learn from it and keep going though. Don't quit in the process. Don't quit in the process, but trust the process. You've spent the time doing it anyway. You've already started, so why quit now? A couple of weeks ago, we talked about extending grace. So see, when you show up with the grit, so I show up with number one of the 3 G's, I show up with grit, which means that I have the mental toughness, the passion, and the perseverance to stick with something over a long period of time because I know that it's not going to happen tomorrow. I'm not going to plant a seed today and get a harvest tomorrow. I'm planting the seeds in this season so that when the next season comes up, during its full term, it's going to come to bloom. So then I have to, when I invoke my grit, then I'm going to show up with grace and remember that we have to learn to extend grace to ourselves because we are so great at extending grace to others, but we're not as good as to extend the self-grace to us. See, grace means showing up for yourself and others with kindness, forgiveness, and understanding. It involves, remember, accepting your imperfections. See, I have to accept my imperfections, but know that I'm going to accomplish what I need to accomplish anyway, because I'm going to learn and I'm going to keep learning and keep improving from my imperfections so that I get to where I want to go. I'm going to use my imperfections to catapult me, to lift me up. Because when I accept them, then I'm willing to accept the imperfections in others. When I accept the imperfections in myself, I'm willing to accept imperfections in other people and extend them grace to know that we're all in this life together, just trying to do life. We all want to make it. There's enough room at the table so I can provide grace and understanding because I'm providing grace and understanding to myself, especially when times are hard. Times are hard for everybody. Who is it not? Everybody is going. People say what they want to say, but everybody's going through something. They're either going through or coming out of something. Everybody has experienced a rough road. Everybody has experienced a tough time. But which tough are you going to take? Are you going to, it's tough not doing anything. It's hard. but it's just as hard to get up and to do something. It's just which hard do you want to do? Because for me, I'd rather get up and show that I'm doing something instead of doing nothing at all, because I have enough grit and I can extend grace to myself and those that are around me. See, grace allows me to make mistakes, but also be supportive of myself and others, because I may know a better way, but grace says that I don't all the time have to go and down the other person because I may know a better way, but I can also show them a better way when they ask me to, when they invite me into their situation. I can show up and begin to encourage somebody. I can begin to encourage somebody else. See, and then grace is also not, you don't, when you extend grace and you begin to practice grace in your life, you're not throwing things up in other people's face, but you're also not throwing it up in your face. You're also not talking negative and allowing imposter syndrome to show up in your own life. You believe in yourself. And when you make a mistake, you learn from it and you pick yourself up by your bootstraps and you say, let's go. You say, let's go. You, you, you extend grace to yourself, but you show up and you continue to go. You continue to do. You continue to fight. You fight for it in spite of what it might look like. And gratitude is a posture of being grateful. It means a feeling of thankfulness and appreciation for the good things that are in your life, but acknowledging that these benefits often come from the outside of myself. That's gratitude. Gratitude is a posture. I am so grateful that I'm able to do this because I know that it doesn't have to be. That people don't have to show up for me. That people don't owe me anything, but I'm grateful that they want to see me succeed. See, gratitude is a deep thankfulness, knowing that this could be vastly different, that things could be different, but God. That's gratitude is knowing. It's deep within you thankfulness. See, I'm deeply thankful for the people that continue to support my journey, because people don't have to support your journey. They make a decision and a choice to support your journey. See, you must acknowledge the good things that are happening in your life and in the world. The things that you must acknowledge, the goodness that you put out. You don't give yourself enough credit for the things that you do, for the impact that you make. You woke up this morning and you decided to keep going. That's something to be grateful for. You had grit. You fought your way up. You fought your way through. You extended grace to yourself and said, but I know I made a mistake, but I embraced my imperfections and I kept going. I had an understanding that things could have been different, but they are not. See, gratitude is I'm focusing on the good that's happening in my life. I don't have to spend time focused on all of the negative and all of the bad things that's happening. Oh, well, this is not working out and that is not working out. No, gratitude is I'm focusing on the good. I choose to focus on the good that's happening in my life. What do you choose to focus on? Because what you think on is what you become. What you think on is what you become. What are you thinking on? You're manifesting that thing. You are manifesting that thing. What are you thinking about? See, gratitude is practiced through mindfulness, journaling, being thankful, expressing thankfulness, and looking for the positive. That's gratitude. That is gratitude. And when you combine grit, grace, and gratitude together, combined, it's the perseverance and passion over a long period of time while providing understanding and forgiveness when things come up, but being there for all of it. Grit, grace, and gratitude combined is perseverance and passion over a long period of time while providing understanding and forgiveness when needed, when something comes up, but being here for all of it. knowing that I'm going to get to where I need to go. I just need to stay in the race. I just need to be consistent. I just need to continue to show up and show out. When I continue to show up with the 3 G's, grit, grace, and gratitude, things are going to begin to work in my favor because I gotta keep going and providing understanding for myself and for others. I have to continue to show and exhibit grit so that those that are watching and I'm being an example to that I don't even know see me persevere through hard times. They see me when they know that I should have gave up, but I didn't. When everything in life said quit, but I showed up anyway. When life was life and real bad, but I showed up in spite of. I showed up with the 3 G's. I was an example for those that are around me. I showed them perseverance. I showed them passion over a long period of time. I provided grace and understanding to myself and those that were around me, and I had a posture of gratitude. When I exhibit those 3 things, I'm doing a thing. It's going to all work out in my favor. Grit, grace, and gratitude. This has been your Vitamin M, and this old girl will see you on next week.
Book Marchelle for your next event. Join the Sterling Inner Circle today. Please visit our website at www.marchellesterling.com.